Hello and welcome to episode 184 of Southern Gospel Now. I'm Greg Goodman. Our program is brought to you by Daywind.com, where you'll find Gerald Wolfe's gospel music hymn sing, Carols of Christmas DVD. More information at Daywind.com. New Day Daywind founder Dottie Leonard Miller passed away in October. A celebration of her life took place this week in Gallatin, Tennessee. Performers included Daywind artists Brian Free and Assurance, Greater Vision, Peck New River, and Autumn Nelon Streetman. Billy Blackwood spoke on Dottie's life and faith.
Dottie's vision was a magnet, and her passion drew artists to her vision. Practically everyone here today is a testimony to the reality of that vision. And it wasn't just about business. She collected friends and artists who would match her vision for spreading the gospel. And because she faithfully followed her calling, millions of songs and Christian products have touched lives around the world. Her legacy is a testament to her determination, her faith, and her deep commitment to spread the message of the gospel.
Gospel Music Association President Jackie Patillo spoke on Dottie's contributions to gospel music.
The Gospel Music Association joins with the entire music community in expressing our heartfelt condolences. Dottie Leonard will forever be remembered by her exceptional abilities, professionalism, and generosity of spirit that has earned her to be in the Hall of Fame. I was very honored to be able to induct Dottie into the GMA Hall of Fame, and I am proud that she has been a backbone for us all.
The legacy of Dorothy, Dottie Leonard Miller, continues through the company she founded and fostered. The focus to spread the name of Jesus worldwide through music and products. The National Quartet Convention has announced the lineup for their 2025 event. NQC Executive Vice President Clark Beasley tells us about the different themes each night of the event.
Each of the evening concerts next year are going to have a theme. Of course, Sunday is our kickoff. And then Monday night's going to be all quartet night. So it's nothing but male quartets on Monday. Tuesday, our theme is going to be Heard Them on the Radio. That we went down and carefully selected artists that were the most played artists on radio in 2024. And then on Wednesday, it's Prime Time Live. That's all the performers, all the artists that night will perform with live music. And if they don't have a band of their own, we're actually hiring studio session players to accompany the artist that performs. That'll be exciting, something different that we've never done before. Thursday night's variety night. It's just a good mixture of quartets, mixed groups, soloists, trios. Then on Friday is our night of hits. That's what was so successful last year. Only top artists singing extended sets of only their most requested songs. And then Saturday is our grand finale. So we're looking forward to presenting these theme nights. We're hoping it will be well received. We think it will be.
The National Quartet Convention will run September 21st through the 27th in Pigeon Forge, Tennessee at the LeConte Center. The Hoppers recently participated in a benefit concert for hurricane victims in their home state of North Carolina. Dean Hopper here to tell us more.
When the storm Helene came through, you immediately think, what can we do to help? This impacted so many lives, and I know our neighboring states were affected too, but you want to help your home state. So our friends down in Monroe, North Carolina at Hopewell Baptist Church said, you can have the event here. I called North Carolina groups like the Inspirations, the Kingsmen, of course the Hoppers and the Littles, and we all gathered and we did about a 3-hour concert. It was going to benefit Hearts with Hands. Greg Lentz is the president, and that night we raised right at $29,000. I called Greg a few days later, actually around Thanksgiving, and he said, we just had our big lunch for the folks. We fed over 5,000 people, and the money that you raised helped us to feed this community. But I was thankful, very thankful, and we were blessed to be able to contribute to some lives that really need assistance during this time of year.
That is so great. So many in the gospel industry have stepped up to assist those impacted by these storms. Well, we're right here in front of Christmas. We turn our attention to the holiday. Joseph Habitans shares about his favorite Christmas.
I think my favorite Christmas was probably the year that Lindsay and I started dating back in 2008, because we actually started dating about 3 weeks before Christmas on, I think, December 8th or something like that was our first date. And the craziest thing is after our first date, I started looking at wedding rings the day after our first date. So one of those things you just kind of knew.
Brian Free of Brian Free and Assurance says family is so important during the holidays.
My two brothers and myself were raised in a wonderful home with loving, godly parents. As far as material things, we had very little, but we had so much love in our home, and it didn't really matter from one Christmas to the next what was under the tree, or what we got for gifts that year. It was just the fact that we were so close as a family. And I miss Mom and Dad. They both have gone on home to be with the Lord, but every Christmas, every holiday, of course, every day of the year, 365, I think of the legacy that both of those wonderful parents left behind with myself and my two brothers.
Seth J. Elbe of Southbound now with a great Christmas memory.
When I was young, I think I was about 8 years old. My family had gone through a rough time. We didn't have a lot of money, and things were really tight. I have two older brothers, and we had talked, and we weren't expecting a whole lot. You know, we knew that there was lots of bills, and my parents didn't have a lot of money. And so we woke up Christmas Day, and, you know, my parents had a couple small gifts for us, and that didn't surprise us. But our parents, at the very end, they took us out to the garage, and when they opened the door, the three of us boys ran out there, and someone in our church had blessed us each with brand new bikes. They were all matching. Man, I just remember how surprised we were. It was such a big blessing, and man, we rode those bikes for years. I mean, we just ran those bikes to the ground like little boys do. It always reminds us that we're the most like God when we give. I just want to encourage somebody this year, no matter what you have, just take time during this Christmas season and be a blessing to someone else.
I'm loving these childhood Christmas memories. Here's yet another from Gary Casto of Tribute Quartet.
One of my favorite childhood Christmas memories was when I was 7 years old and my little brother Matthew, who was spina bifida, was 6 years old. Somehow that Christmas morning I was able to get him out of his baby bed, get him into the living room, and set him up on the couch. We both began to look at all of the presents that was under the tree. My goodness, so many of them. And all of a sudden Matthew spotted one. He said, "Get that one, bub, get that one first." Well, I did, and we opened it up, and there it was, a set of dart guns. We both were so excited, and I began to load the gun, and Matthew began to shoot my mom and dad's Christmas bulbs off the tree. Unfortunately, they were antique. Oh, that's what woke them up that Christmas morning, and we'll never forget that. That was a special memory for me.
Chris Almond of Greater Vision says he delights in performing a particular Christmas song.
There's a song from our London album that we just started performing on the Family and Friends Christmas tour with Mylan Hayes and his family, and it's just called Good Christian Men Rejoice. And when this comes across the screen that we're fixing to perform this song, I get so excited because it is so happy. When the track comes on, the orchestration kicks up, and it's just a carnival of sound, if you will, the horns and the trumpets and the timpanis and the strings, you know, and everything is just, it's just happy. And so it should be, because it brings forth the message of the fact that Jesus Christ was born to save, that Jesus Christ was born in a manger, and that he has therefore opened heaven's door so that any could enter in and be blessed. The very last verse says, "Good Christian men rejoice with heart and soul and voice. Now ye need not fear the grave. Jesus Christ was born to save." And the message is so to the point, but it's in such a happy setting, you know, in the orchestration. And I just love singing that song. Good Christian Men Rejoice, from Christmas in London.
Looking for a new Christmas tradition for your family? Well, I really like this idea from Gordon Moat.
We do a little thing every year called Shakes and Lights, and we pack the car full of everybody, all our kids, and it's harder to get everybody together these days because, you know, Samantha's married now and they have their own schedule, and Parker and Ashton are both older, but we always take an evening and we go find our favorite milkshake, and then we go all over Nashville looking at Christmas lights. So, Shakes and Lights.
How about a Christmas gift we can give to everyone we encounter? Jeff Treese of Sunday Drive has a great thought.
You know, at Christmas time, it's the perfect time to share joy, and be a light in the world. You know, everybody's in a hurry. They're trying to get that present, that special thing. You know, if we as Christians just slow down a little bit and share the love when we get out amongst people, because we want to take people to heaven with us. That's the ultimate goal. And me personally, I want the Lord to put his arms out and say, Jeff Treese, you told everybody. So let's share love. Let's be the light out in the world this Christmas season.
I love that. I say often, love your neighbor. Well, let's do that during this Christmas season and beyond. I hope you have a very Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. We'll take a break for the holidays, and I'll be back with more Southern Gospel News in 2025. I'm Greg Goodman. Thanks for joining me on Southern Gospel Now.